Hey, I'm the final anomaly, and today I bring you a Punk ABC Therion deck featuring Ancient Fairy Dragon. Looking for that field spell? Don't worry, Ancient Fairy Dragon will fetch it right out for you and gain some life points while you're at it. Trying to figure out what combo you want to do? Don't worry, this deck has combo after combo after combo, and you choose what M board you want to choose. Going up against Sprite, just return that monster to the deck and it will end their turn and end their career. Y'all, this deck just keeps improving. Punk ABC Therion are disgusting. Alrighty guys, so I have two different versions of this deck, two variants, and if you guys are in the Discord, you guys know that I express myself in there a lot about this game, how I think it's not, I have a hard time believing it's not somewhat tempered with. Anyways, so I'm switching in between two decks, this version and another version of the Therion decks. I will post both of them at the end of the video and in the description. So I've been alternating between both guys, but this deck here is probably my favorite, and I honestly think it's the most consistent. Surprisingly, it's a 45 card deck and has a little more bricks in it, but I still feel it's the more consistent deck, and it's got the nastiest combo. Just the nastiest combo. And anyways, just watch here. So we have the Out to the Ash. If they ash this, we still get full combo, and then we keep the called by for the Maxx C. And so anyways, we go ahead and bring out this, go ahead and do this. Now even if they ash the Terraforming, we actually in this case, no, we cannot have a match to Terraforming, so we would have to use called by at that point. Anyways, we go ahead and use this, sending Destrudo because we can activate its effect in the graveyard. We go ahead and get Wagon to go ahead and bring out the field spell, which is just fodder at this point. Terraforming for the Union Hanger, which is the main card combo piece. Go ahead and search B-Buster. Now we're able to do our normal summon. Go ahead and go into Union Driver to search C-Crush to be able to special summon C-Crush. And at this point, guys, we bring out Ancient Fairy Dragon, one of the strongest cards in the deck at the moment. Now this card here, we don't absolutely need to go into it, but it does allow us to go into whatever combo route we want, and it always guarantees full combo if we can get it on the board. And so, and the nice thing too is if you brick, this Ancient Fairy Dragon will actually help you on brick if you can get them out. And so really great card in the extra deck. Anyways, we go ahead and activate the effect. We go and search for Discolosseum. Go ahead and play Discolosseum, searching the king. With the king, we get out B-Buster again. Then being able to special summon B-Buster, guys, we have just unlimited options here. So we're going to go ahead and go into Borg Blocker. Now here, we're going to go ahead and activate Borg Blocker's effect as a chain block. Now this can be risky because if they rabbit this, then we're going to have to use our negate. But I felt pretty safe at this point. They would have been activated. It would have already been activated. And so anyways, we go ahead and send Punk Jam, just because we don't need it, and we get to bring back whatever field spell we want at the end of the turn with Borg Blocker. And so anyways, we go ahead and do that. Now it's time to go into our Synchro Summon, y'all, and we Synchro Summon Nirvana High Paladin. There's a rhyme and reason for this card in this deck, y'all. Just look what's in my hand. We can search the field spell if we wanted to go this route of the combo. This is where I'm saying that there is a brick, you know, because this could be a brick. But anyways, so we go ahead and continue this version of the combo here, guys, and just watch this M board. So we go ahead and go Borg Blocker. The nice thing is we always have those three spaces. Not Borg Blocker, Auroradon. So we're going to be able to go into Auroradon here. We're going to go into the usual O-Line into Chiwen. We're going to go ahead and do our search for the 9 Pillars. We're going to go ahead and bring the extra token. You already know why. Because we're going to be able to go into Savage Dragon here. So we go ahead and do Savage Dragon. Bring out Chiwen so that we have that negate, guys. So here, it's kind of gross because... Let's go ahead and wait, and then we'll talk about this end board. Go ahead and activate this. And then with Borg Blocker's effect, we bring back Union Hanger for the following turn. Y'all, this deck is insane. Just look at this board. We have a negate with Savage Dragon. That's an Omni negate. We have an Omni negate with Chiwen and 9 Pillars. But the nice thing here is if they outed, if they happen like Kaiju or Spellcaster, we still are safe from Droplet, potentially. We still are safe from Dark Ruler no more. And then we have ABC, so we have that Banish. We have Therion King Regulus for another Omni negate. And the beauty, y'all, about these negates here with 9 Pillars and Regulus is that 9 Pillars will clear itself off the board. I'm sorry, Chiwen and Regulus will clear itself off the board, opening the slots to be able to activate ABC second effect which is huge. So ABC's second effect is not wasted. The reason I keep Orion is Auroradon is because there's no point in not having him on the board. He's an extra body, and at the same time, if we survive the turn and he survives the turn, he is an easy access code, Apollo, whatever we want. And you guys have seen routes of this combo where instead of Nirvana High Paladin, we have IP on the board, which will get us Apollo. So anyways, y'all, we are safe. We got them under Secret Village here. That's just disgusting. So they can't activate any spells, and then we have all these Omni Negates plus a Called by the Grave to top it off. We have something for the following turn to continue combo if, let's say, they manage to wipe the board. Anyways, what happens here? Let's take a look. They go ahead and play this. I just banish it out the way. And that's it, because they can't even play any spells. Y'all, this deck is just something else. I'm freaking loving it. Alrighty, another match here. We get to go first. We have, guys, the biggest issue with this deck right now, even in the 40 card version, is just Maxx C is everywhere. It is everywhere. All these replays are, you know, various matches from a lot of matches. And they're the few where maybe I was in Maxx C, and if I was, I had the out. But seeing Maxx C 8, 9, 10, 11 times in a row, guys, is just ridiculous odds. And so anyways, the deck does have to go first. It can survive going second. But definitely the biggest thing is you always have to have the out to Maxx C. But I think that's just the rule for any deck at this point. Anyways, what are we playing up against? We'll find out. We're going to go ahead and play Union Hanker. Now, I think here we just get the typical version of the combo that the regular ABC Therion deck does get. Maybe without the option of Therion in this point. I think we're just going to end up with 2 negates. Actually, I see that we have Unauthorized Reactivation, so we're going to end with 2 negates, Apollo, and ABC. But we did just get ashed here, so I don't know if we end up getting ABC. Oh, we do? Okay. So we actually didn't have much for combo here. This is the super light version of the combo. Okay, I see why I did that. I did not have anything else. I didn't have an extra Union monster in hand to be able to continue combo here. So we actually only end up with an IP and an ABC. Of course, we have the Cosmic Cyclone and an Ash. So I still feel good, but yeah, this is definitely the weaker version of the board. Definitely want to show you guys, though, that even with the brick like that in hand, we can still come up with a little something. Anyways, they've already activated a card in their hand, so they only got 5 cards in their hand now. That's 1 less card, though it's still a lot. Let's see what we're playing up against. So anyways, we play mutants. Definitely, when I saw this mutant card, I was not worried at all. They activated this. I wouldn't activate it, Ash Blossom, and then I went ahead and banished it out the way so that I couldn't activate its second effect. The normal summon is gone, so they set. I go ahead and activate IP. I go ahead and chain it with ABC. That way I separate my monsters, and then I get to choose whatever I please here. I think I go for no, I don't go for Unicorn because I don't have the materials for it. Go ahead and go access code here. That's what happened. I actually didn't want to do that. I wanted to go Unicorn, and then I think after I activated, I realized I didn't have a card in my hand to go ahead and spin one of these cards. But still, it's nice to go ahead and go Unicorn here. I mean, not Unicorn. Go ahead and go access code. That way, right at the start of the turn, we'll just go ahead and pop something. And you know what? If it's a card they activate to like negate it, that's fine. The card is gone. We go ahead and activate Cosmic Cyclone here. So the plan was, I wanted to go Unicorn, and then we'd start the turn with nothing on the board for them. But I didn't have a card in my hand to discard. And so anyways, here, this is pretty much GG's. I think he surrenders, and if he doesn't, he's a champ for not surrendering here. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. I think we're just being cautious in case there's something in the hand. We want to go ahead and get IP on the board, I think, is what I'm trying to go for here. In case they have something else in their hand they could activate, like to end the battle phase or something. And so yeah, we do go Apollo just to be safe, and then we're able to go ABC here and then go for game. And so I wasn't flexing or trying to overextend or anything. I just wanted to make sure they couldn't activate anything to end the battle phase and then me be stuck. And so I wanted to make sure I got a negate on board. And anyways, GG's to the opponent, and what a champ for not surrendering. Definitely still capable. Even if you brick, you can, you know, get a somewhat decent board. ABC doesn't look like a lot, but it's still a banish, and it's still whatever you want from the extra deck. And you might potentially survive the turn because you're special summoning 3 monsters back to the board. Alrighty, guys, for this match, like I said, or I don't know if I mentioned it, but we are playing against the popular 60 card decks. Don't know what that's about. And guys, it's Darth Vader. Anyways, this hand is not the greatest. Luckily with Foxy Tune, we can bring out a tuner, which will allow us to do our search for the field spell. And then we have our level 4, so we can do something here. We do have the Ash for the Maxx C, but we don't have any response for the Ash itself. And so anyways, what ends up happening here, we go ahead and activate Union Hanger. They don't Ash it, so we go ahead and get B-Buster, play the B-Buster, go ahead and do the typical Union Driver into C Crush. So go ahead and bring out the C Crush. Then we're going to go ahead and go into Foxy Tune, sending Nibiru. We go ahead and do our search here. This will allow us to do a search. This is just extra fodder here at this point. We go ahead and do this, going into Ancient Fairy Dragon, allowing us to extend the combo even further. Y'all, without that extra monster, without that extra Union monster in the hand, we didn't have very much going on here, but Ancient Fairy Dragon will allow us to continue into whatever we please. And so we go ahead and get Therion Discolosseum, search Therion, go ahead and do the usual B-Buster, special summon the B-Buster, letting us go into, I believe, Board Blocker here. Oh no, we're going to go ahead and do this. Oh, because I can go into Baronne here, y'all. And so here's an option where we don't go into High Paladin. We actually go into Baronne de Fleur, or Baronne de Fleur, however you say that, but Baronne. Anyways, we go ahead and do this. We got Board Blocker, go ahead and send. Go ahead and do all of these searches here, our special summon. Then we're able to go. Now we don't go into IP here, and the reason we could have gone into IP, the reason we don't is because we're not going to have the space to be able to go full Aurora Dawn combo here. And so now we get our tokens, and then now still we have a disgusting board. Look what's in our hand. It's powerful. Keep in mind, I'm still working on this deck. There's a few bricks that I could get rid of if I wanted to. But even the 40 card deck that doesn't have as many of them, I find myself, it's still kind of bricky sometimes because I draw into too many hand traps. Anyways, we go ahead and go to Savage Dragon here. We go ahead and do this to be able to do the whole Chiwen and 9 Pillars. We go ABC. And guys, let's take a peek at, oh, he just surrenders. But y'all, we had Therion King, which was an Omni Negate. We had 9 Pillars and Chiwen. We had ABC with the Banish. We had Baronne de Fleur. We had Savage Dragon. We had Maxx C in our hand, Ash Blossom in our hand. It was just too strong. Like, this deck is wild. Alrighty, and for the last match of the video, what do we open with here? Not a bad hand. The bad thing is we open Foolish Burial along with Destrudo. Now that's bad. Anyways, what's the plan here? How do we turn this disgusting brick into a play? Go ahead and use this. Guys, so the nice thing about this is that Destrudo's not the only target. We're going to go ahead and search Lion here. That way we get a body on the board. So being able to do that will allow us to tribute summon. Oh, actually, no, we don't even need a tribute summon. We're going to go ahead and go Destrudo. That way we can go ahead and do this. And you see, guys, Lion just helped us get into Ancient Fairy Dragon because we also have a field spell. Now, if we didn't have the field spell, what I would have done is Galaxy Soda would have tributed it over. Then I probably would have done Unauthorized Reactivation, bringing out Union Driver, then B-Buster, then Destrudo, and then continue to go a light version of the combo here. But because we have this, oh, and they just surrender. So what we would have done is Punk. We would have played Punk Jam. We would have gone into Ancient Fairy Dragon, then been able to either choose to go Union Hanger or Therion Discolosseum, because in this case we have Unauthorized Reactivation. Probably we would have gone Union Driver. I mean, not Union Driver, Union Hanger. We still hadn't done our normal summon yet. We would have had full combo. But GG's to the opponent. Anyways, y'all, this deck, it's so much fun. It's got so many options. It's wild. Alrighty, guys. So we have two versions of this deck here. The Punk ABC Therion and then Punk ABC. Oh, actually, I guess I have them named the same, but I need to name them different. Anyways, for the first one, y'all, it's a 45 card deck. I'll go over it just really quick, but it will be in the description typed up if you guys want to see that. Anyways, we got Chiwen, which is one of the bricks of the deck. We got one Maxx C, because it's really more for the Crossout Designator target, and not just that, but Mashable loves to give us Maxx C for free, even though the odds are so slim to nothing. In Mashable, they're like 100% chance you're going to draw it, so it's fine having it at 1. Anyways, two Lions. The reason I have them at 2, y'all, is because Mashable likes to give it to us in the opening hand so often, even though it's not supposed to be that often. But not just that, O-Line is actually a pretty good card to have in hand most of the time. Crystal Beast Ruby, this is completely a brick. The only use that this card has is if you happen to open with either Foolish Burial or Destrudo, then it's not a brick because you can go into Ancient Fairy Dragon, or if you open with the Galaxy Soldier. If not, and you do open this without any of those cards, this card is the total brick in the deck, but I feel like the benefits outweigh the negatives, and I'll tell you why. 2 Ash Blossoms because you need them. Hack up this to 3 if you need to, or figure it out. The reason I have it at 2 is because I just figure the ratio is really good. My test hands at 3 have been horrendous. Punk Wagon. Now this card here can be a brick if there's nothing else that's gonna help you get to Ancient Fairy Dragon, because the problem is if you open Destrudo, then you have 2 tuners, so that's kind of rough. It can and can't be bad. Amin, absolutely you want to see her or him, I don't know, in the deck to be able to special summon out. A Soul Core, 2 of them, 2 B Busters, 2 C's. They're the bread and butter of the deck. You need them. Galaxy Soldier is a card you absolutely want to see in your hand. If you see a Galaxy Soldier in your hand and a Union Monster and a little something else, you have full combo. Literally, this deck, y'all, Union Hanger, Galaxy Soldier, Emergency Teleport, most of those are pretty much full combo. Foolish Burial Goods. Where's Foolish Burial Goods? Foolish Burial Goods. All of these almost lead to full combo by themselves. Union Driver because you absolutely need them. I would reduce Union Driver to 1 if it wasn't for Master Duel making this one of the most consistent cards in my deck. Union Driver and O-Lion and probably Chiwen are the 3 most consistent cards in this deck. You will see it in your opening hand so often. You need to have it at 2 because you're going to open with it even if it's at 1. That's just my thing. Anyways, Destrudo, definitely, guys, needs no introduction, no explanation. Literally your card into Fairy Dragon as long as you don't have it with another tuner. Foxy Tune is amazing. Foxy Tune is amazing in the hand. Foxy Tune is amazing in the deck. This card here is not a brick. Yeah, definitely not. Just because you can use Foxy Tune for so much. You use it to get a card into the grave. You use it to be able to special summon. You use it to be able to use for discard fodder for Galaxy Soldier. It's just too good. Regulus, I only have it at 1 because there's a lot of ways to get into Regulus. You can get into Regulus with Discolosseum. You can get into Regulus with Ancient Fairy Dragon. You can get into Regulus with Galaxy Soldier. So there's a lot of ways to get into Regulus. 1 Nibiru for 2 reasons. 1, because sometimes it's handy, especially against those Extra Sister decks. It's also a Crossout Designator target. Foolish Burial just to get Destrudo into the grave. Again, if you don't get Destrudo into the grave, another target will be O-Lion, because O-Lion can be that extender that you need, even at times just to get Regulus on the board. And then, of course, Terraforming, because you have 50 million field spells in this deck, and it'll search any one of them. Foolish Burial Goods. Now, this card, yeah, this card, if you draw Carbuncle, and if you draw Rainbow Bridge, then is absolutely a brick in the deck. Just absolute brick. But, like I said, the benefits to me outweigh the negatives, because this one card sends Rainbow Bridge, and then Rainbow Bridge gets you Carbuncle, which is whatever you want it to be, and then gets you any field spell, which can be full combo. So definitely, I think, outweighs the negatives. Now, Secret Village, this is absolutely optional, because again, if you draw into it without finding a way to get Ancient Fairy Dragon, then it's a total brick. You'll get into Ancient Fairy Dragon more often than not, though. But anyways, it's nice when you have it and you can get into Ancient Fairy Dragon without the field spell, because you have it. But if you absolutely draw it and you don't go that route, then it is a brick. But you saw, guys, it just creates a nasty board. It's a really great route. To me, it's worth it. Chicken Game, just because it's a field spell that you can get rid of with Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect, and you get to draw for free. I mean, not for free, for 1,000 life points. Union Hanger, obviously, you know why you need it. Therion Discolosseum, obviously. Punk Jam, now this can be an absolute brick. Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes if you draw a Punk card and then you draw Punk Jam, you can play Punk Jam, draw your Punk card, play your Punk card, pay your 600 life points, draw a card, and then special summon by other means. So definitely has its use, but you definitely don't want to draw into it. Emergency teleport. This card pretty much leads to a 1-card combo. Emergency teleport into Amin, or however you say that. Activate the effect for Foxy Tune so that you can get Wagon out, search your field spell, and then Foxy Tune is going to allow you to send whatever you need else into the grave, which can be super huge here. I was running a level 6 tuner sometimes because I would send Lion, but I did scrap that version. Anyways, Cosmic Cyclone, you know why you need it. Called by the grave at 2. That's just for the Maxx C. That's, you know, so consistent in this game. Crossout Designator again for that Maxx C. That's just magically so consistent in this game. Unauthorized Reactivation at 2, just because you have so many other stuff to start the combo, but still seeing this card in your hand will get you the IP version of the combo, or usually extends if you can't get into your Union Hanger. And then Forbidden Droplet at 1, because lately I have been drawing this card way too often and it's been breaking me going first. Now guys, Rainbow Bridge, this is not a total brick in hand, okay? Any way to get into some discards here. So Foxy Tune will discard this card. And then usually going into any 2 monsters that get you into board blocker, which is usually the bread and butter of this combo, and usually can be pulled off no matter what you draw. Use the discard effect for board blocker, guys, and then you get your field spell, and then you get your extra Carbuncle, which is worthless pretty much, but you get that field spell, which can be huge. And then of course 9 Pillars, because you do need this brick in the deck. And again, the one thing is that even though the deck is at 45, you will see this card in your opening hand so freaking often. Now it could just be a luck issue and a skill issue, and just be my issue, but anyways, that is the main deck, y'all. Just real quick, 2 ABCs in the extra deck. Denglong, First of the Zing, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Board Blocker, Baronne de Fleur, Nirvana High Paladin, Infinitrack River Stormer to search your king, IP, Board Blocker, Nightmare Unicorn, Lion, Goddess Apollo, Access Code Talker, and Underworld Goddess. Everybody needs to have Underworld Goddess in their deck no matter what. The second version of this deck is a 40-card deck, almost the same cards. Chiwen, 2 Maxx Cs, 2 Lions, 1 Carbuncle, 2 Ash Blossoms, 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 3 Galaxy Soldiers, 2 Union Drivers, Destrudo, Therion King, 1 Nibiru, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Terraforming, 1 Burial Goods, 3 Dragon Ravine. 3 Dragon Ravine essentially is almost pretty much full combo, so that's why it's at 3, and it's so good. You get your Union Hanger, you get your Discolosseum, 2 Called Bys, Crossout, 2 Unauthorized Reactivation, a Droplet, Rainbow Bridge, and 9 Pillars. And Rainbow Bridge becomes another target to discard with Dragon Ravine if you have to. 2 ABCs, Chiwen, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Savage Dragon, Infinitrack, Salaman Great. I'll link the other video, guys, if you guys can see the use for Salaman Great in the deck. Still very great use. Now, Platinum Gadget. A lot of people tell me Platinum Gadget, and guys, every scenario that I found myself, this card is absolutely worthless, and I did not need to have it. Now, if you want to go for the version of the deck that doesn't go Auroradon, then Platinum Gadget is a huge key for the deck, because then you end with that IP and Platinum Gadget board. And so you can totally go that route, but for this version of the combo, guys, this card is completely optional and you'll probably have no need to use it. There's times where I don't even need to use Ancient Fairy Dragon's extra special summon effect. Anyways, Board Blocker, Nightmare Unicorn, Auroradon, Apollo, Access Code, and Underworld Goddess, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the deck list. 2 different deck lists, one a 40-card version, 45-card version. I am backing this deck, guys. It's a really great deck. So far, it got me to Plat 1. And then I started testing this Ojama Sprite deck, which, guys, a video will be coming soon. It's just not ready. I literally deranked so many ranks using it because it still needs a ton of testing. Also, this Keepers deck that I've been kind of testing out. But anyways, y'all, let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check out the previous videos. Watch out for the tournaments. I host one every month. This month's did get skipped. And anyways, guys, thank y'all so much. I love all of y'all. Catch you on the next one.